I want a tonal, but I feel like I should buy the Handy Gym first so I don't go broke right away.
The only thing that stays consistent is the grind. Keep on grinding.
So I was paraphrasing, but that was pretty much a comment that was left on one of my more recent Handy Gym videos. The question always comes down to, Joe, should I buy a tonal? Should I buy a Handy Gym? Should I buy a Max Pro? Guys, you have a lot of options on the market. But if you're looking at a Handy Gym, very likely I've told you that it's amazing for travel. But this person in particular just recently asked me, can they go ahead and buy it for home use so they don't have to buy a tonal? Because with the tonal, you have to buy the machine, which is going to cost you thousands upon thousands of dollars, and then you have the mandatory year subscription and all that stuff. So can you buy a Handy Gym instead of buying a tonal and use it at home? Because you guys see me use it out very often. Of course you can buy a Handy Gym and use it at home. Absolutely. In fact, I used Handy Gym for 6 months straight at home. Now, that was primarily outside. I didn't typically use it inside. And the reason why was because at the time I had the more noisy Handy Gym. And so I didn't want to disturb people with my routine because it is very noisy. I've mentioned that in the past to you guys that there's no getting around it. Even the more quiet Handy Gym still has a bit of noise to it. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that it's something that you can use without people ever noticing. But it depends on your lifestyle, your schedule. It depends on your routine. When do you train? All that stuff. So I want to go over some of the cons and the pros of using Handy Gym at home so you guys get a good idea of whether or not this is for you. So some of the pros might be pretty obvious, but you don't have to go to a gym, right? You don't have to travel. You don't have to worry about the gym subscription and all that stuff. No gym involved, guys. You stay at home, you get your training in. Handy Gym is a full body machine. You're getting concentric, eccentric. You can have eccentric overload. You can isolate your movements so you can just get a concentric. There's so many great things you can do with this machine, and it's a full body unit. With all these machines that are on the market, everybody wants to keep you on a monthly subscription.
We have to pay.
This simply isn't possible. I have no money to spare.
Not Handy Gym. The app for Handy Gym is free. You can go ahead and use this thing to your heart's content. You have the information on how to use it. You don't have to worry about paying somebody monthly in order to get what you need out of this machine. With Handy Gym, there's a one-time payment. So you're not having to pay monthly because this machine costs $5,000 or close to $5,000 like the Tonal does. You can go ahead and make that payment. Now you have a full body gym that is not only good for at home, but also great for when you're on the go, when you're going on a trip, when you're going, on your vacation, whatever the case might be. If you're moving around, if you change where you live, you move, you don't have to worry about uninstalling a machine and then reinstalling a machine, paying people to do it and all that stuff. You literally take your home gym, which is this big and this light, and you throw in your book bag and go. Now the cons of using Handy Gym at home, you guys might already know, it's the noise. Is that the only con? Pretty much, yes, because depending on the way your routine is, you can go ahead and hook this thing up to a door. You could hook it up to a couch. You could hook it up to whatever you want. You can step outside in your backyard if you have a backyard. The noise is really the only aspect. Now, with the more quiet version, you get a lot less noise. With the not more quiet version, with the original version, you get more noise. Now, with me, the noise was never really a problem. I throw in some headphones and that's it. But if you have a family and you have people sleeping and you want to train, you might have to rearrange your training time in order to do that, or maybe go to a park, maybe step outside the house, maybe close the door. Everybody's circumstances are going to be different. Handy Gym is not the most quiet machine, but I've said this in the past and I truly mean it. When you have something that is so portable and so powerful, something has to give. It's not going to be portable, powerful, and quiet. You know what I'm saying? So this machine has so many pros. The one con is just that little bit of noise. With me, again, throw in some headphones. Don't worry about it. It's not too big of a deal. But if your circumstances are different than mine, you might have to just change your training time change your schedule around. The great thing about Handy Gym is you can bodybuild and do cardio at the same time. So many of you have bodybuilding days, many of you have cardio days. You don't typically do them on the same day. Many of you, not all of you. But the great thing about Handy Gym is because you might have to change your training time, you can go ahead and kill two birds with one stone. Why? Because you're doing cardio and you're doing bodybuilding at once. I've mentioned this in the past in some of my videos. If you haven't checked out those videos, feel free to check out the playlist on the channel, guys. I talk about Handy Gym all day, every day in that playlist. I give you a great breakdown of what this machine is, who it's good for, why you might want to purchase one, and why you might not want to purchase one. And speaking of cardio, somebody actually asked me to touch on whether or not Handy Gym is good for cardio. As I just mentioned, you can bodybuild and do cardio all at once, so clearly it is. But stay tuned for the next video where I get in depth as to why and how Handy Gym is amazing for your cardio. Talk soon, guys. Be safe, and I'll catch you all at the next video.